What is going on? I'm Zedmot, also known as Anon Moose on the YouTubes and the internets, I suppose. What we're going to be doing today is setting up our Operation Attack video. I have already recorded 4 other attacks. We've got Callisto, Maze, Titan, and Duality, but we're going to start things off by doing some rogueness. Now, this rogue was a little bit wonky, mishandled a little bit by our task force. You'll see someone try to do the right-hand side open, and this rocket launcher over here wrecked their life. Also, shock mines were down here, also wrecked it. Then someone farmed all of the cells, cleared some mines up on the left-hand side, and got rid of some rocket launchers. So rather than go up the middle, which is the normal rogue approach, we're going to go to the left-hand side, which honestly I haven't done in probably 2 years. Not going to dwell on that too much. I am going to clear this shock mine and this shock mine just for fear of hitting them. And then we're hopefully going to hit the core from back where this missing building is. Lots of mines to clear. Not a ton of GBE as I'm a 5-5 account. Now, the number one mistake people do is they go somewhere between this cell and this cannon and they flare up in the corner. That seems to go terribly wrong every single time. So we're going to do a granny flare right in front of this building damage statue just to pause things, take things nice and easy. Now, we need to be worried about that shock blaster a little bit. We also need to be worried about Brick walking a little bit faster. We do have the Zuka damage tribe, which is going to help us out. We also have these completely useless explosive critters. So before, you know what? I'm going to clear the mines before I start walking, which typically I do not recommend because you're wasting a little bit of time. Probably should have dropped my troops first, then use the artillery. But chances of me finishing are essentially 0. This is a 30 million core health. I could probably do 10, 15, something like that, but more than that is just simply not gonna happen. So we're gonna drop Brick as soon as most of our Zukas have crossed that yellow line. That yellow line is the key in so many operation attacks. For Titan, for example, you can use that yellow line at shore to time your troops very well. Not sure that's been shown as much as it probably should have been. That flare that I threw is between 2 cells, not between 2 ferns, but between 2 cells. And the reason for that is we want to get our troops nice and skinny and using buildings to get our... Oh, of course we hit a shock mine. Shock mines seem to reach out and touch troops. There's a song involved there, but we're going to clear mines using critters. Now, I know I say never ever to clear mines using critters, but we don't really care at all about the delay because all of the things are related to machine guns and cannons and things like that, and they don't care about delay anyways. So it's not like we're going to get roasted by rocket launchers or something along those lines. So we're pretty darn safe at this point. Now we're going to back up into this neighborhood and then battle orders and hopefully get all of the things down, losing a few troops, but not a big deal as we're going to have this nice little hidey hole here for our troops to hang out and burn the core. So let me know in the comments. I know I asked this a couple times throughout the video. I need to clean that up a little bit so we're not dealing with me requesting the same thing throughout the video. But it's a little bit strange recording a video on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then combining it all together at the end of the week. So we're just going to let these ladies go in the background, and I will fade to black and come to you with more attacks. Don't forget to let me know in the comments and or the poll as to which attack you like the best, which video you'd like to see in the future. And if you have an operation attack that you want to see, for example, an open on Maze or a core hit on Maze or whatever it might be, and I just keep saying Maze for whatever reason. If you want to see any map whatsoever, please hit me up in the comments. Love to fill requests. Anyways, I'll be back with more videos in a second or 2. Okay, so we're going to try our bestest to continue this whole show some operation attack things. That has been a big request from a lot of you. So I am full boost, and we're going to hit Maze, which Maze hits are always fun and interesting and different, and Maze changes a lot. As you can see here, there's not a lot over in this area. There are rocket launchers instead of lasers, and there's a big gap in here. So I'm going to open up Maze, hopefully do some good damage, and if not, it's going to be a complete and utter travesty. Just, this could go terribly, terribly wrong. So what I'm going to try to do is, normally there's more lasers over in here. I'm going to try to hack these 3 rocket launchers over here in one go, just triple hack them. Then we're going to come and deal with these 3 rocket launchers, because this rocket launcher back here won't range. Someone else can deal with that, or it can just be left for the core hit, because it does range these shields, but it's not a huge deal. So let's just get into it. I'm going to damage these 2 rocket launchers right here. I'm going to flare this one, and then we're going to try our best to triple hack. I'm probably going to screw it up just because of the nature of things. Doing things live is always a great, great time because it allows you to screw up for a lot of people. So we're going to drop Everspark right into here. Hopefully, nope, we did not keep the delay. So things are not off to a flying start, but we have not been seen by the laser, I don't think, so that's a good start. Now what we're going to do is drop critters inside our smoke. Anytime you want to triple hack, critters are your friends because it allows your Everspark to not get shot in the face. Hopefully we'll find out here very, very shortly though. There we go, we got the triple hack off. Very, very good start. Now we just need all of the cannons and boom cannons to do quick work of those rocket launchers. Okay, good start. I'm actually sort of impressed. So now we've got a bunch of GBE left, so we should be able to get our troops dropped. This side is a fairly simple drop right on that line right there where that intersection is. And then we're going to drop all of our troops, all of them underneath smoke. Good start, except for that quick moment right there. Whew, now we just need to walk right to about here, 1 and 2, and hopefully we are... this is going surprisingly well so far. I'm fairly impressed. Now all we need to do is I'm going to throw critters right on top of there and drop shock right on top of all this stuff, and I'm kind of impressed so far. We're doing fairly okay. I just need to get one more shock. Now, I don't need to, but nope. I was thinking we could get rid of that laser just to get rid of it. I don't know if that's probably a bad idea, but they're there already. So now we just need to get the heck out of Dodge. We've got rid of, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 6 rocket launchers, a shock blaster, and a laser. Now that laser, I don't know. I mean, it's probably not going to do anything good for us, but it didn't hurt to get rid of it. So now we're going to come all the way back in here and hopefully get rid of that mortar. You know what? We might as well get rid of that boom cannon too, just because otherwise people are going to have to deal with it. And I don't have huge aspirations of anything else we can get rid of at this point. All we really need to do is not eat the cells. That is the #1 job here, is don't eat the cells. The cells are for the core hit, and even if you have to retreat, please, any kind of a map where there's all these beautiful, beautiful green power cells, first of all, make sure you have a good internet connection, because if you disconnect and your troops eat all those cells, your task force is not going to be very happy with you. And now I've got enough GBE for 1 shock, so we're going to come over into here, and I'm not going to shock the mortar. I'm going to let my troops die, as long as we get these 4 rocket launchers right in here shocked. I am only 90%. Oh, well, of course, I only got 3 of them, and I missed the important one, but we should still get that thing down. Now I'm going to retreat, because I've got enough GBE where I can clear some mines right in here, and we're going to leave all those cells for someone else to take. And I've got a couple more GBEs here. We're going to get rid of some more mines. Job done. I'm fairly happy with that. We cleared the entire left side, lined up all those cells for someone to eat. We cleared some mines, so that's not a bad hit. I'd give that like maybe an A-, a B+. Let me know in the comments what you think of that hit or how you would have done it differently. Just wanted to show, even if you're a super, super low level and you're doing like bottleneck or something like that, please consider dropping Everspark first because it makes a world of difference. That would have been 1 shock, 2 shocks, 3 shocks probably, but instead we only had to do 1 repeated, and we ended up getting rid of the laser as well. So dropping either troops or heroes and then like in a 2-staged attack makes all the difference in the world. I'll be back with more attacks very shortly, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, back in action. Gonna do a fun one today. This looks very, very interesting to me, so we're gonna do it. Now, this is lots and lots of rocket launchers right at the shore of Callisto, which means we're going to do a diagonal path. Now, this diagonal path is one. There are some diagonal paths that get you into this area. We're going to go into the standard area, if that makes any sense, if you know where the standard area is compared. Anyways, let's just quit blabbering. The other cool thing is there's mortars over here. So I'm going to try to get some Zookas in between those mortars so I can get extra GBE to make things more interesting. Kind of like how you do on Green Court, if that makes any sense to you at all. Let's drop our troops. Enough blabbering. We're going to get 1 boat of Zookas over into here, and then we're going to wait until they get nice and close and tidy. As soon as they get nice and tight, now we can flare up, get them walking, and hopefully play limbo underneath the mortars. Balls? What do mortars shoot? Never thought of that before. Anyways, we're hoping they're going to take a nice little turn. They're going to hide right in there, and now we can sit right inside those mortars' blind spots, clear those mortars out, and that's going to give us access to all of the GBE on the right side. Cost us 2 flares, but I think it was going to be worth it. We'll find out very, very soon. Anyways, spoiler alert, this diagonal path was done by Mr. Bill Smith. I could not find it anywhere on the YouTube. I always look things up on YouTube when I'm going to do something I haven't done in a little while. This one took me to Bill Smith's page, which I have not talked to Bill Smith in a long time. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to link to that in the comments below. Go say hi to Bill Smith. Tell him that Reddit misses him and that Boom Beach misses him. Dude is one of the original players who did all sorts of testing and analytics and math and stuff like that and made Boom Beach a better place. We just lost all of those Zookas as I was giving Mr. Bill Smith a shout out. But I think that shouldn't be a big deal. We've got 50% damage boost from our friends, the tribes. So as soon as we get underneath this cell, I'm going to throw my smoke, get the Zookas nice and groupy. Then we're going to flare up to here. And I just realized that I forgot to clear some mines. Uh-oh. That's never a good sign when you get the low battery notification as you're trying to walk your troops. Don't recommend that at all, but I think we've managed to salvage it-ish. For those of you in my task forces that are watching this, I'm sorry, this was not supposed to happen. Let's get all sorts of mines cleared in the hopes that our Zookas can still make it over there. We're going to get walking and go 1-2 with the smokes. This is not going terribly well. Not going well at all. The wrap is not bad. We're going to need to shock up there, down there, and I think that's it. The shock was a little bit late on the rockets, but I think we're going to pull it off. It's going to be, I think we're totally fine. Lots and lots of time left. Down goes Callisto. Bit of a sloppy attack. But nonetheless, that diagonal path is pretty darn sweet as long as you don't get a low battery notification in the middle of your hit. I'm going to quickly show a replay of that because we were so incredibly far zoomed in on that I don't even know where we walked, to be honest. Hopefully this walk actually helps someone else get to that kill zone. I mean, that mortar little bit was kind of neat, kind of interesting. Just lost track of time with that 1 rocket launcher right there. Okay, so playing the limbo underneath the mortar's balls. Please do let me know what you think mortars shoot. I've never actually thought of that until right this second. So getting all these Zookas out, clearing all sorts of GBE. Should have re-flared. So you can see they're sitting right on the edge of that rocket launcher's range to start with. And now here is the walk. Now, in Bill Smith's video, he went on the wrong side of the cells with his smokes a little bit. So I think I overcompensated a little bit, but not too shabby. So definitely did not group my Zookas terribly well and lost a little bit on that late shock on the rocket launcher, but pretty good. Anyways, that's the hit for today. We're now on to Tuesday's hit. I shall talk to you soon. I'm Zedmot. We're just going to blank anyways, so. Slightly different operation attack happening today, and the reason for that is Triangle 9 finished the op before I could record an attack, so we're going to do it here in Delta 9. Delta 9 full, sorry, maybe next time. Anyways, this is Dead End, unboosted. This account has 6 GBE, 4 troop damage. We're going to do Duality, and the reason why we're going to do Duality is because I see people do these crazy attacks on Duality and make it so incredibly difficult that I'm going to show you how I like to do it, and maybe it'll make it a bit easier for you. So we're going to get rid of this one shock mine right here just to be on the safe side. Then we're going to drop Miss Everspark, and we're going to flare the rocket launcher because rocket launcher needs to go. Everspark's going to scare us a little bit, then she's going to walk underneath the one smoke. You only need one smoke to do this. And then the rocket launcher is going to die. Now, the only thing you can do wrong is you can press the flare button a little bit too late and flare the cannon or hack the cannon, which you really, really don't want to do. Otherwise, this is just walk up and blow up the core at this point. You save a couple smokes at the shore because you don't have to worry about that rocket launcher melting your face. And then you also get rid of one of the shocks because that rocket launcher, of course, is no longer there. Now that I've said all that, I really, really need to execute the attack fairly all right. Otherwise, I'm going to look like a complete jerk. I was trying to think of a word that I could say there that would come across in a family-friendly environment, and jerk was the best I could come up with. So what we're going to do now is just smoke up here. I like to do the granny flare just because it gets us walking in the right sort of direction. Is it required? No, it's definitely not. I also did not need to use 2 smokes there. But we've got lots and lots of GBE left, and this is a easy version of Duality, obviously, because there's no rocket launchers behind the core, and we should just need 2 shocks, so we can shock, like, the core, maybe. We'll throw, like, I'm not going to do that because I'm unboosted and I did not check the health. We're going to throw one more shock on that, and then I can throw a shock on the core after the fact, and easy peasy lemon squeezy. I highly, highly recommend that split strategy where you hack the shore rocket launcher. Saves you a smoke, maybe 2, also saves you a shock and makes Duality so much easier, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion, man. Anyways, the next attack will be back on Massive Attack, full boost, HQ 23, all that sort of good stuff. Just wanted to give you an extra attack because I couldn't get one on the other task force. So that's the 3rd attack, and I guess it's probably going to be the 4th in the line because of video editing and stuff, but that's all for me on this one. Back in just a flash. Okay, so I know I said that we were going to be back on Massive Attack, but I got an email and a phone call right in the middle of an operation attack, and it did not go terribly well. So we are back in Delta 9, which it had a spot earlier today, so never mind. Ignore that bit. We're doing Dead End, and Titan is here. Now, Titan is one of the maps that everyone seems to fail. I don't know what it is, but a map that should take 1, 2, maybe 3 hits ends up taking like 5 or 6 a lot of the times. So I always try and hit it as much as I can, partially because A, I'm fairly okay at it most times, but B, just to take the fails out of it, which is kind of selfish. But if there are any maps that you try to hit, please hit me up in the comments because I'm very, very curious, because Complex seems to be one, Titan seems to be another. Those are the 2 that come to mind for sure, because people just struggle on these for whatever reason. I mean, this hit is not super easy by any stretch of the imagination, but it just gets blown to this point where it's just awful, awful, awful. So please, if your task force or you in particular fail or struggle on a specific operation attack, I would love, love, love to hear about it, because there are certain ones out there that just cause nothing but grief, it seems like, and Titan is definitely one of them. So what I'm hoping to do here is pull off a solo. I kind of doubt that I'm going to be able to do that because I tend to not be able to do that on Titan, but we're going to give it a shot nonetheless, and hopefully we can pull off some sort of goodness. Keeping the delay here is super, super important, and I just barely managed to pull it off so far. This attack is very, very, very difficult, I have to say. We're going to flare there. We're going to smoke there, and I think that's the... Oh no, we just lost all sorts of troops and the delay. Not super awesome. Now we're going to come back into here and do all sorts of awesomeness. We got a shock 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh man, shocks were late. We've still got some troops though. As you can see there, we had all sorts of craziness as far as troops go. Now these behind shock launchers are going to just wreck my face because my critters were a little bit late. But overall, we did pretty darn good. I don't know what kind of damage we did, but had I have kept the delay, that last smoke was just too late, and we got wrecked as a result. But on the good side, it looks like this should be something where people can drop bombardiers at the right shore, clear all of these defenses, maybe quickly universal remote hack that first, and then barrage the core. Let's see what we've got for health. So I did approximately 1.75 million damage. Not bad, but not great. That's going to be the last video of this series though. Couple good attacks, couple average attacks, and then I'll leave you guys to figure out which attack you like the best. But again, don't forget to let me know what sort of operation attacks you guys fail on the most often. Whether there must be something. Everyone's got their struggles, and as you saw there, Titan, I'm getting okay at it, but it's just not quite there yet. Any of the other maps I probably could have soloed except for Alamo. I haven't quite soloed Alamo yet. I've come somewhat close, but Alamo is just that's going to be 2-3 hits regardless. So these should all be solos, but as you can see here, Ransom, someone left a little bit. Anyways, hopefully you guys are staying happy and healthy and safe and all of the good things in between. That's my video for the week. Hopefully it was great to see some operation attacks. If you have a request of an op you'd like to see, a map you'd like to see, whether it be complex or low point or key or Machina or any of the other ones that are hard to pronounce, please do hit me up in the comments as well. Anyways, that's it for me. Hopefully you guys have an awesome weekend, and I shall talk to you early next week. Thanks for coming in. I'm Zedmont. Peace.